Let me see what's going on today on Templar Talk Tuesday. All right, folks, as you can see displayed, I have a pair of birds. I have a blue bar, born this year. It's got a blue band, MPA band for 2024. As you can see, this cock is ready to go. I have not flown him. This cock here is one of the first rounds that I bred. And look at this, already mating. Very matish. The second one that I have here is a hen. She's last year's hen. She has more color. She has like gold bars or light amber bars, whatever you call it. She's a dun. And nice looking pigeon. She comes out of a performing hen. The cock, not so much. I think the cock is more towards color. Not to say that he's a show bird, but he has a lot of color in him. Instead of your straight blue bar or blue checker or duns or prints, grizzles, that hen there has a little color. I think she's pretty neat looking in a sense, you know, the way she's marked. But last couple weeks we had a meet and greet down in Haines City, and I brought a couple of tipplers over to show the fellas on what we have as far as in our lofts, what we compare. Some of the guys brought birds and we compared them. We showed that some of the birds have different structure, beak, head, size of the body, the legs, they stand tall. Some of them have flat heads. Some of them have a little bit rounder heads. The blue bar has a nice round head. The dun hen has a little bit of a flat head. They both have long beaks. The cock has more of a pearl eye than the hen. They both stand about the same height. They have long legs. And there you have it. When it comes to sorting through your birds and knowing what you're gonna fly in the sky, compare your birds. You can do this at home. You may be surprised. Something that you think may not fly may fly, but you have to proof them. Out of the cock, I proofed the siblings, great flyers. The hen on the other side, I have not. Obviously I have these here as a show and tell, an example. I'm not gonna breed these two. They're getting ready to mate, which I expect that. I'm surprised that the cock is mating so early as he is, because he's only about maybe 4 months old, maybe 5. Born in December, so here we are in April, it's about 5 months old. He's 1804, which is the early bands that were distributed when I was breeding my first round of birds. But going back to this Tipper Talk Tuesday, we're talking about performance, not color. We're talking about flight, not shows. In order to be successful, I believe you have to mentor others. You have to teach each other. We have to get all together and brainstorm on how we can help our birds fly better. There's some guys out there that want to lead but don't lead. I want to lead. That's why I do my videos every week. I've been doing it for so long. I try to help others. I get good feedback from others that watch my videos. I've gotten feedback from Dubai. I've gotten feedback from guys out in Tobago. To my friend out there in Tobago, I'm glad you're flying well. Trinity, Tobago area. Guys here, I got a guy up in New York that's flying better now. On account of, he asked me some questions and I asked him, what can I do for you? And exchange information, and now he's flying better. I believe that we can all help each other out. And this is the reason why I formed a new club, of course. I've been talking about it now for the last couple weeks. The Florida Competitive Flying Tippler Club, right here in Florida. through conversation, a gentleman mentioned that I said in my video that I didn't believe there was any other clubs here in Florida flying. Well, some clubs may have the name or title of flying, but are they really flying? We can say what we want, but are we doing what we want? And that's flying. I called it the Florida Competitive Flying Tippler Club because that's what we're going to be doing. There's nothing else behind that. We're not going to be showing birds in cages. We're not going to be competing against each other for anything like that. The competition is going to be up in the sky, and everyone has an opportunity to win. And if nothing else, I think we all have it. We all owe it to ourselves to help each other and teach each other. You can't expect to go to school and have the teacher hand you a book in that class, whether it be science, math, or English, and say, here's your book, now go learn. And when you come back and you get a failing grade, they'll sit there and tell you, well, you failed because you didn't read the book. But sometimes, in order to pass, you need more than just the book when you join. You need more than just the book handed out to you and be told to go study the book. What you need is the teacher to teach, to show you where you can do better when you're training your birds, whether it be flying or showing. If I sat here and told you, here are the steps that you need to achieve a healthier bird, a bird that looks like this, then I'll give you the steps, I'll show you the steps, I may show you an example, I'll give you the book, and then I send you off. And if you come back and you still don't understand, then that is called remedial. That is called questions and answers. That is called helping each other out. Because I cannot assume that you know what I know. And therefore, for a teacher to say it's on you and only you, big no-no. I think that a true teacher, a true leader, tries to show you, gives you the information, sometimes may even give you some of the tools to do that. And when you don't understand, they come back, you come back with questions and they help you further. And then you take it one step at a time. But you cannot expect for the student to come to class and you can say to them, look at these healthy birds. This is what I want you to have, healthy birds. I want you to create color. I want you to create performance. And then walk away and say, it's on you. It doesn't work that way. I think what we need is a good teacher and a good leader to say, here are the birds, here's what you do. In order to get that color, you must take this hen and this cock, make these together, cross these birds, and you should get something like that. And if you don't have them, let me help you. Here are the birds. If you have a bird like this cock here that's a performing tippler, and I know that the parents of this pigeon here can do 8 to 10 hours, I say to you, this bird can do 8 to 10 hours. Go home and fly your birds 8 to 10 hours. And you don't have birds that fly 8 to 10 hours, I may suggest, let me help you out. I will gift you a pair of birds if you're starting to compete. A pair of birds that fly 8 to 10 hours. At least you're getting a head start. And then I will take it one step further. I will tell you, here are the things that you need to do. Make sure that the bird's healthy. Make sure that you have proper feeding, proper homing, living conditions, proper training methods. So, again, we can all be in this together. And for the Florida Competitive Flying Tippler Club, I want everyone to think about it. Come out, meet. The next meet's going to be May 11th, Haines City, 51 North. I have to pause that for a second. All right, folks. I apologize for the interruption, but the next meeting we're going to have is at 51 North 30th Street, Haines City, 33844. Zip. Now, May 11th, which is on a Saturday, we're going to meet again. We're going to discuss what we would like to see in a tippler club, a flying tippler club, and we'll take it further. And just to recap on our first meet and greet, I brought a couple of products to teach the guys that before you start anything, you got to have the birds in healthy condition. So I'm gonna bring out a couple of products to show the fellas, the viewers out there, what to expect. Now, in order to have healthy pigeons, man-made products, whether you go natural, organic, or man-made, keyword is health. You got to have the birds healthy. So for those that want to learn something or think that they knew something but they want to learn extra, you start out the birds with knowing that they are healthy in all these departments. For example, Doxy-T, doxycycline, and Tylosin, or Tylen, I'm sorry, Tylen and Doxy, 2 different medications all wrapped up in one for respiratory. You got for coccidiosis, you have salmonella, you have a wormer, and you have 2 types of liquid. You got a clear liquid, and then you got this milky white liquid. Both could be administered in the bird or in a half-gallon, liter of water. You should always read the instructions for mixture, proper mixture. Also using non-chlorinated water. Spoons are very important. These are good, durable metal spoons, pretty much accurate. Learn how to use these, utilizing all the powdered medications. And shortly after you do all that, and you make sure that the birds are healthy, unless you're paying a veterinarian to do an examination on your birds, and you don't know what you have, a lot of these will say a preventative or a treatment, and there's nothing wrong with using them, especially if you don't know what you have in your loft. Now, if you have a closed loft and you don't bring any more pigeons inside your loft, and you know you've had the pigeons for several years and you have no problems with illnesses, then you're doing good. Then you don't need any of these products. You maintain them on a natural, healthy program. With that being said, I like using Ecotonic for a variety of things on here. It serves, it's an all-natural, and I've said this before, it's an all-natural application for adeno, herpes, circovirus, bacterial infections like E. coli, salmonella, canker, and coccidiosis. And if you use it regularly, that's the problem. You have to use it regularly. You can't just use it once and be done. You should use it regularly. And I use it regularly in the water just to keep up with the birds. It's a blend of different herbal ingredients, and it's a Mediterranean oregano mix. So very nice, very good for the birds. I use that. Now, last I'm going to say is when you treat the birds with all these medications, in between each treatment, treat with a prebiotic, probiotic. They need that good gut bacteria in their crop, in their intestines, so everything can digest properly. The liver stays healthy, the kidneys stay healthy, and so on. That's very important. So you may want to use some of this as well. These are just basics in order to start the pigeons in anything you're trying to do, whether it be showing, for them to look beautiful, properly molted. That hen is from last year. This cock is from this year. This cock has not gone through a second molt yet, but it's looking dynamite. And they look healthy. The noses look chalky. The wattles look chalky white. The feet are clean. The feathers are smooth. They don't look underweight. They don't look like they look alive. They look alert. They look, they glisten when you look at them. And that's what you want, a healthy bird. Whether you're showing or whether you're flying in a competition for time. That's what you need to do. And folks, let me say this. As a person that loves pigeons, I love to pigeon mumble. I like to talk to others, get ideas from, share ideas, work together. Whether it be with this club or another club, we have to work together because you ultimately have to be the best ambassador for the hobby. You, everyone watching. If you don't do your part, then we all fail together. Because one cannot say that you love the hobby and yet on the sidelines you're doing something different. I've had many conversations with flyers out there and I've thanked them for their input. You know, do all my birds come out perfect? Absolutely not. It's every day you learn something new. The birds, after a while, I watch a great podcast on Pigeon World podcast with M.Dot and Two-Tone, and great interview with McLaughlin Loft. That guy said a lot of good things about the pigeon hobby and how he races pigeons. Now, if you're a racer, that's the guy you want to learn from. Why not learn from that guy? He's been through a lot of things. He's shown it in the races. He's done very well. He also works. So everything that he's done, you can learn from him. Instead of you trying to figure it out, taking you 40, 50 years to figure it out, right there you can have the shortcut. You have a great mentor, a great teacher. You can learn a lot from that guy. And I really enjoyed that video. I really did. One thing I did like that he mentioned, which I've done here from time to time, but not solid, and that's using chemicals, man-made products. He has narrowed it down to, in his loft, he's gotten away with the medications, and he has possibly even kept a closed loft, and he's bred nothing but healthy birds after year after year after year. He keeps the healthy, the best of the best. He gets rid of whatever he doesn't need, and he's closed the gap in that. So what I'm saying is, if you're breeding in your loft and you have 50% of your birds are healthy and 50% are not, so the goal is to raise that percentage every year, the following year, to try to breed better birds. So you work at it. And then ultimately in the end, if you can do away with all these things and leave it natural and just a few products like this oregano, which is good, then you're doing something. You win and you keep the birds healthy. But until then, I think there's a lot of guys out there that are going to be fooled by the message, or they don't understand the message. And I understand the message clearly. You can achieve that only if you do your part. It's not just, I'm going to get rid of all this and next year I'm going to have all healthy birds. No, that's not the case. Something may surface later on that you may not see. Maybe the bird gets stressed and then something comes out. The bird may end up with coccidia, and all the birds carry coccidiosis. But the reality of it is, what's the percentage? When you get them healthy, the percentage is very low. When you have them stressed out, it tends to be a little higher. So therefore, we could all learn from each other. But anyway, I think this video's gone long enough. We'll see you at the next meet at the Florida Competitive Flying Tipper Club, May 11th. It's at Luis Rivera's home, 51 North 30th Street, Haines City. 33844 is the zip. If you have any questions, call me, text me, 321-794-7284, and we can pigeon mumble all the way. All right, folks, till next time, like always, peace.